Good afternoon, everybody. I'm back with I guess a scent of the day, but I'm going to talk about my collection and how I got involved in it too. My scent of the day today is Musc Ravageur, and I don't know if I could show it there, but I got that from a discounter, an online discounter in a decant form. And I say on my thing, I'm not a reviewer or any of that, so I don't collect bottles. I do have over 100 bottles. Most of them are from rack store finds and online discounters. And then up top, there's some that are a little more pricey. But even those were bought at discounters and good deals. And then, so some of them are also niche ones. But I started out just getting, fragrances from Burlington, TJ Maxx, and all that, the rack stores. And they were just, designer, mass appealing fragrances. And I think the very first niche I got that really wowed me was Cedrat Boise by Mancera, I think, right? And that I remember writing on one of the reviewers I follow. He had put a video out, and I wrote on there, it was my first time buying niche, and I could tell the difference now. I remember that. And since then, I've started collecting more niche too, but I don't collect bottles. What I do is I collect decants. So in here I have a whole bunch, and then I have another one over here with another, 18 of them or something. And I get them either at my brick and mortar store, or I get them on 2 online discounters that sell decants. And if they have them, I'll get them. I'll search under travel spray. Because it's easier for me to buy a decant than it is a bottle, because I'm not going to wear them all, except so many. And I'm just trying to collect the scent. So that brings me to today's scent of the day, which is Musc Ravageur. And I've been wanting this for a while. If I ever bought a Frederic Malle, this would be the one that I would have gotten, based on all the times I've watched videos of the whole line of Frederic Malle. And, this Musc Ravageur, Portrait of a Lady. I don't really like rose, so I was like, I'd rather have this and try this one. And the interesting thing about this is really a hit or miss. This either gets bad reviews or it gets great reviews. But overall, it gets great reviews. Like if you look on Fragnatic, it's 4.2. If you look on Parfumo, it's 7.5 or something. And, it depends who I'm watching. I just recently saw Cuba Nose, and he really gave it. He said he just doesn't get it, And I could see why, because the opening, I knew what he was saying when he did it. When I sprayed this on me in the opening, I was like, oh, yeah. But then on the dry down, this is like really good for me. It's an oriental, I would say woody oriental, but it also has lavender in it, and it has a lot of vanilla in it. And it's sort of cinnamon and vanilla. Some people describe it as like Cinnabon, in the mall store. So it's like gourmet-ish. It's also, it's got the lavender, so it's like a fougere, a little bit sometimes. But overall, it's an oriental. And it was interesting. I was trying to figure out about the cloves and cinnamon, and I was looking at fragrances of cloves. And if you know my story, this was the very first fragrance I ever had. It's called Avon Black Suede, and this does have clove in it. So, and this would be an oriental too. This just doesn't have any vanilla, no amber, no tonka bean like this has. So you don't get any of that vanilla scent out of it or the sweetness. But that's my original scent, was from Avon, and this is I love this. I actually love this. I give it like a 9. Miss Floss, on the other hand, yes, that's the only time I've worn twice too. Usually I just come down on my initial wear and say what I'm going to say, and that's it. There's nothing scripted. I just say what I'm going to say. This I wore yesterday, but I had a little cold still going on, and I wasn't sure if I was really smelling it right. But all day long, it got better and better and better and better as it dried down. And it stayed forever. It stayed throughout the night. And it was really good. And I put it on again this morning because it's only like 50 degrees out and cold. And I said, hon, you're not going to like it, but I'm going to wear it again, and I'm going to make a video. Because she gave it a 4. And our ratings, so if you want to know what our ratings are against all my fragrances that I've smelled. And a 4 or 5 means she doesn't really like it. A 6, 7 means she's okay with it, she likes it. And an 8, 9 means it's above all the other ones that those. So she gave it a 4, and at the end she said, it's starting to smell a little okay, maybe a 6. Today, she said, it smells better. And I said, well, what's better? And she said 5. And then when I came home from where I was at, she did give it a 6, 7. So other than that initial spray, within the first half hour, I give it a 9. I really like it. And that's why I said, it's really hit or miss who says, on the reviews of it. Some people don't like it. As what's he said, Max Forte, he says it's a very polarizing. You're either going to like it or not. And I think it's because it's that oriental. I don't know if it's an age thing. I don't think it's really an age thing, but it smells powdery. It smells musky. It smells spicy. And I've seen people describe it as like an old lady scent. Well, I'm not meant to offend that people. I'm an old man, but a woman scent, and then I also hear it described as a man's oriental fougere. So different people have different opinions of this. I personally like it a lot. I think I would only wear it in cool weather. Like today, I probably won't wear it the rest of the summer. I might revisit it in the fall. It really does have a beautiful, beautiful dry down. I'll read you the notes. And the notes are different everywhere you go to, so I'm not sure it is. But it does say lavender, tangerine, and bergamot on the top. And then cinnamon cloves and musk in the middle and the heart. And then it says musk, vanilla bean, tonka bean, amber, sandalwood, gaiac wood, and cedar. And this was off of Fragnatica. I take that with a grain of salt. But I could see, like, where it said vanilla, tonka bean, and amber, I could see them all mixing together to be like a really nice vanilla. And but somewhere else I saw patchouli, too, on it. And interesting thing about this, I wore this today. I was going to go to a meeting. I did go to a meeting today, and I was in a small room of mixed, male, female, mixed ages, and it was a small room, and I felt comfortable wearing it because I like it. See, that's the thing. If I like it, then I can comfortably wear something anywheres. And since I liked it, I felt comfortable that I could wear it. But I wanted to see what reaction I would get. And I have a friend in that room that's younger. She's in her 40s. She's a friend of me and Mrs. Floss. And so I ended up giving her a hug. And when I gave her a hug, she said, ooh, that smells really nice. And she knows that I do fragrances. And she always tells me she doesn't like men's fragrances. She thinks they all smell the same. So like the blues, she doesn't like any of them. She says they're too generic. They all smell the same. They're all mass appeal and da-da-da-da. But she likes patchouli. So I said to her, well, do you smell patchouli in this? Because I think it's a note. And she said, no. But I really like the muskiness of it. So, that's what I'm saying about it being polarizing or being really liked by somebody. Because I think that's the only time she's ever mentioned, I really like what you're wearing. And I've known this lady since I started this thing, and so I'll just leave it at that. And she is younger, so I don't know if it's an age thing or what, but that's what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing Frederic Malle Musc Ravageur, and it's by Maurice Rochelle. And if you don't know about the Frederic Malle, I think that's a French company. I think now it's owned by Estee Lauder maybe, but when it started, it was a French niche line. And they took like 9 perfumers. I get that off of Max Forte. I'll steal that. And they had like 9 master perfumers. And this guy, Maurice Rochelle, he does some designer stuff. Like he did Nordic Voyage. He did Dunhill Fresh that I have over there. So I knew who he was. But he also does high-end stuff like this. And he is a master perfumer. And I think he did a really good job on this. I'll definitely wear this whole decant eventually. Even though Miss Floss is going to have to suffer me wearing a 6 or a 7 here and there. I personally really like it a lot. So that's what I'm wearing today. And as always, please help me to be kind with people and be kind and pray for peace. And I don't know when I'll see you again because I'm not really the review or anything. but I did want to do that. So have a nice day. Bye.